The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, 597 pages, 106 chapters, at about 6 pages per chapter. That's super short for such a big novel. An Indiana Jones style adventure mystery thriller. And the topic is the search for the Holy Grail. And it's not what you expect. You picture, the Indiana Jones, the cup, the chalice, and this is a art hunt, or clues are hidden in art and revealed through this mystery. So, the set in France, the Louvre is one of the premier museums, and the curator director is killed. He suffers a stomach wound from the killer, and then has enough time to leave a message to pass on some of the biggest secrets that he keeps. And he's part of this organization that keeps the location of the Holy Grail secret. So uh, Langdon, the main character, and the victim's granddaughter team up because they're both left a message by this victim. And it is a point of view novel, and it shifts between maybe 4 or 5 different characters, primarily Langdon and Sophie. But this is a really interesting novel. A lot of controversy back in 2003, so it's been out for a long time. I can't believe it took me 20 years to read this book, but there it is. And it was outsold in 2003 only by Harry Potter, the whatever book it was, Phoenix, I think, maybe. But anyways, this is the second book in the Robert Langdon series after Angels and Demons. So he's already confronted the church once, and this is kind of this is a sequel, but also like going up against the church again. And so this author, Dan Brown, has a background. I think he had a very religious background, but also one of his parents was a scientist, and it just kind of like swirling, maybe not discontent, but questioning of the church. And this was a lot of controversy in that, there is Jesus, the Christ figure in the church, and was he human or was he divine? And that's what the heart of this is. They're looking for the Holy Grail, which the main character asserts is historical proof that Jesus had a child, and was human, right? In a very human way, and was married to Mary Magdalene. So that's the core of this. 600 pages, and that's the core. Twists and turns at every stage. The police, sees this message and is like, well, this killer left the name, so of course they're going to be our prime suspect, and chaos ensues, right? So, the search for the Holy Grail and historical proof. This is a great travel read. It goes by way too fast. The pages just keep turning, but it's also really easy to pick up anywhere because the chapters are so short. You can just jump right in and you're like, oh yeah, here we go. So, things I liked, the competing conspiracies. It wasn't just one giant overarching conspiracy. There was almost like battling conspiracies. So that was kind of cool. Very neat, unique perspective. The police officer point of view I really liked as well, because he is chasing this down and doesn't have all the information, so he's kind of 1 step or even 2 steps behind. So it's like the decisions he made affected the whole story. So it was really cool to get that side too. It wasn't just escape from the police kind of thing. And the mystery unraveling, really, there were these layers. You just kind of peel it back, and as you go along, it keeps you engaged because there's so much more, and it's not just boom, reveal everything kind of thing. So some things I didn't like. There is a puzzle box, and in it is vinegar to destroy the contents. And I don't know, like, I feel like if you have this mega super secret, your life's work, you're not going to want to destroy it. That was just my personal opinion. I mean, I get it, you don't want it to fall in the wrong hands, but at the same time, like, this is your life's work. Like, that's a big deal. So, a few unnecessary jostlings and your bumps and bruises, and then boom, it's gone. So, another thing that I didn't like is I feel like this suffered from a very, rom-com situation. If the main characters had just talked to each other, right? The victim and the granddaughter, if they had just talked it out, we wouldn't be in this situation and this huge giant conflict. But life is messy. That's how it is. So Dan Brown writes these mystery thrillers, has a lot of different locations that they visit, and really I don't want to say authentic, but the art itself has, descriptions that is very powerful and interesting that I think a number of people wouldn't have gotten into or even known about without this. So I thought that background was really cool. Do I agree with everything in this book? Absolutely not. Do I think everything's 100% accurate? Absolutely not. But I think this generated a lot of interest around the art, and I think that is really cool, a very big plus and benefit. So great book. I haven't seen the movie. I don't think I'm going to. What triggered this was actually a John Oliver show on YouTube where he was like, APPLE, and Tom Hanks like, mansplaining, anyways. I was like, I haven't read that book, and I'll check it out. So, but he was describing the movie and the directing and all that stuff, and I was just like, I should read the book. Like I'll skip right to the source. And this was a fun read. I read it while I was traveling, and it worked out perfect because I could pick it up in the airport. Hey, airplane announcement. All right, I'm back to it. It was great, and the pages flew by. It didn't feel like it was 600 pages. So if you like mystery thrillers, you like art, you like European history, and if you like Da Vinci, of course, but this is a good book, and it fits right in with Dan Brown's other books and what he's most well known for. So probably you don't even need this review. You've probably even already formed your own opinions. So as always, remember to buy your books used or digital.